Hi, everyone, and welcome to the screencast for President's Day, the 18th. Start with the schedule of the week here. Short week, but a busy week. We have kindergarten registration at 6 o'clock on Tuesday, so those of you that are able to help with that, we really appreciate that. We have a staff meeting in the Media Center on Wednesday, focusing on PBIS. We also have access testing going on this week. We also have a couple music performances for first and second grade on Thursday. And then we have our first grade family breakfast on Friday. On the right hand here, I have a couple different things to be aware of. We will have an enhanced lockdown drill this week. Just make sure that you've reviewed your lockdown procedures, and that's all you have to do, and then we'll go with that. Also, just a heads up, it's School Board Recognition Week. Our person is Dawn Steigoff, so just want you to be aware of that. I'll be sending her a card just to say thank you. And looking ahead, we have our SCRC on February 28th, which is Stomp, Chomp, Read, and Count. So looking forward to that. So speaking of kindergarten registration, if you are interested in helping with that, there is a link here. There's still a couple spots to sign up for. I know that I would appreciate that, and our kindergarten team would too. It is great to see the new people coming in, so just be aware of that. All right, conferences. As a reminder, we know conferences are on the 5th and the 7th. By now, you should have put in your lunch times or meal times into the Sign Up Genius sheet. Also, if you look on here, we've emailed out that information. If you don't have the Sign Up Genius login information, here it is, just so that you're aware of that. Also, here's a link to my conference schedule. If you are interested in having me sit in on a conference, feel free to click on that link there, and I'm more than willing to do that. I enjoy doing that, so just be aware of that. If you have conferences, one other thing I want you to think about, sometimes we have a few families that don't connect with the internet much, don't feel comfortable with that. I'm going to ask you to call those families, and then you can put in that information in the Sign Up Genius too. We want to make sure that we get as many of our families to conferences as possible, and sometimes having that extra touch there to get them signed up makes a difference, because we all know that conferences are important. So thank you for your help with that. All right, moving on. We met with our leadership team last Thursday. We talked a bit about the early release days on March 5th and 6th. Just a couple things. We'll be out of our building on March 5th, meeting with other teachers, and so we also have a conference day. So that means that on March 5th, you will need to be leaving a little bit early from that staff development day to be back to prepare for conferences. We seem to be the only school that's having conferences on that day, so I apologize about that. And then on March 6th, for the other 2-hour early release day, we'll be meeting on literacy. Schedule-wise, the first time we had our 2 early release days, one day you had prep and one day you didn't, and I said for this one we would cut those prep times so everybody has the same amount on both days. So just be aware of that. I'll have more information about that as we get closer. A couple other things, kindergarten, teachers, preschool. There's an event at Pond on April 25th. If you're interested, register on My Learning Plan. And also just a plug for March 2nd, we have the Bloomington Book Fest. This is the first time that we've done that. I believe there's been some information that's gone out about that, and I'm sure we'll have more information as we get closer. And that is all I have. Hey, look at that. It's a real short one, and you can hear Pearl in the background. She was real excited about this screencast. She is snoring, so I apologize about that. Hopefully you are not snoring as you listen to this. So have a great rest of the weekend, and see you all on Tuesday. Take care, everyone.